Now we are going to see Mastercam high speed toolpath. So, so high speed toolpath is given separately. First of all, we'll make one a small model. Okay. So, so both the side will lock it. Click. I'll trim or a divide option. I will take. So I'll remove unwanted thing, and we'll add some fillets here. I'll make it 10 hour. If required, let us have one small pocket, and outer we can put one rectangle. Anchor point I change it to center. So I will modify 165. I will make it 170 otherwise. 175. This will make it 150. Okay. One small wireframe model we have made it, and to study the high-speed machine. First we'll select the machine and we'll define the stock. I'll select the corners and thickness I can give of 50 mm. Okay. Oh, visibility. Okay, I'll switch on the visibility. Display on. Okay. Suppose if you want to add some spacing, facing stock, you can add 1 mm. So you can see the material is lifted to 1 mm. Okay. You can see in the front view that metal is lifted 1 mm. Okay. So now we are going to see the uh, dynamic facing first. This facing toolpath already we have seen the similar one. So now only the thing is it's a dynamic way of cutting. So toolpath you can take the tool dia 50 and tool number 1, and so I'll give a CS and feed per 2. Plunge rate I'll keep of 500. So here this is dynamic means. I think we have seen already, but still we'll see together. That's the reason. So now it will calculate the area. Based on the area, it will change the best way of cutting that it will adopt. So I am not keeping any stuff to leave on floor. Step 4 percentage. Okay, I'll accept it. No, I am not going to give depth of cut. Here I will say absolute. Top of stock I will keep 1 mm absolute. So coolant is switch on. Okay. So this is the dynamic, high speed dynamic face milling. Okay. It's not like a normal zigzag or one way. It's totally based on the shape of the job. Okay. So based on that, it will automatically decides the best way to cut this material. Okay. This is the dynamic face milling. Okay. So it's like normal facing only, that dynamic cutting method we are modifying, nothing else. So you can modify edge strategies. Uh, what is to be done when there is edges and other thing. You can keep the stock and step over percentage you can modify. This is the dynamic facing. So now we are facing done. So top of stock is 00 now. Now we'll go for the dynamic mill. Okay. So now I just want to machine. So machining region is this. Okay. Uh, so some place I don't want to machine, that is avoidance region. Here total is machining region. That inner one is the avoidance region. So it will machine the leaving the avoidance region. Okay. So we have whether inside to cut or outside to cut. So we are need to from outside to inside only. So this is the preview. So it's a preview. You can accept it. So you can select the tool from library. I'll take a 16 flat angle. We can change the tool number 2. So if you have already customized a tool and you can use that one. So in the parameters, so now is what is the approach distance. You can see in the drawing. So from where how it is to enter. You can give 10 mm first pass offset. This first pass offset and first pass feed rate, why it is given? Sometimes the raw material which is coming to us is not machined one. Maybe rusted or a gasket material may be coming to the machine shop. That situation it just may not be good condition, but inside the material will be okay, but on the edges it will not be good. So that's the reason the first pass and the feed rate are allowed to change here. Okay. We have given here normal feed rate and spindle speed. How much your machine can capable, based on that you can modify this feed rate and spindle speed. I cannot say just like that, okay, you give this feed rate or this spindle speed. No, it based on your machine and capability and what type of material you are machining. Based on that, this feed rate and spindle speeds are varying. I just modify little here. So now I modify little I speed rate and I spindle speed. Okay. Even plunge rate also, if you want to make it to 1000. Okay. Oh, so now the 50% of feed, uh, around 4000. 50% feed rate means around 20,000, 2000 feed rate. Then step 4 percentage. You can see each and every tab there is a picture. It will explain you. Why the first pass should be taken care is because we are not sure that how the edges of raw material at the beginning. So that's the reason. Okay. Next is step 4 percentage. So don't give much here. 20 percentage you can keep maximum. because we are going to use full flute length here, but diametrically depth of cut we are going to give enough, but diametrically 20% you can give maximum. So then next is the, so this next is a gap strategy. Gap strategy is not much important here in the 2D. 3D it is important, that we will see in the later. Motion lift. This micro lift is to chip break. Okay, so the continuous. So we are cutting at the 25 mm depth. So the continuous chip it is coming, then definitely there may be a big confusion there. So that's the reason there is a micro lift. So every time the tool will lift a little, so that chip will break. Okay. So this is given for only for the chip breaking. Okay. So next is the stock. If you want to leave a stock, you can give. This is the cut parameter. So this is the corner strategy. So what is the method of cutting? Plain milling, conventional milling, or zigzag milling. Include corners. By depth, by contour. Already we have seen all these things in the previous. So if you want override the feed rate, you can override here. So now I don't want to give depth of cut. So when you need to give a depth of cut, suppose you want to cut 50 mm depth, so now it's very difficult for the length of overhang will be more. So that cannot be cut in the single shot. So there may be a chances of tool bend and break. So that situation, 25 mm depth and 25 mm depth, like that two passes you can cut. Okay. So remaining thing the same as what we have seen in the 2D motion. So this is the entry motion. So these are the entry inside the material by tool. Helicals, full metal tool burial, helix, for procoidal motion. So profile ramping. You can see that the diagram it shows that uh, by by taking any method how that tool is going to enter. Okay. So I will keep always ellipse, or if you have a specific shape of entry also you can do it. So this helical value you can give what is the radius. So the helical entry distance you can give. Helical angle. Okay, what is the, so you can give the, and how height it is. These two things you can modify. So entry pitch is from above the job how much height it has to enter. If you don't want some pockets to be machined, those things we can skip it. Okay, we don't have breakthrough here, so we keep everything absolute here. Depth minus 25 mm I given. So we can switch on the coolant. Okay, so now it will calculate the entire spacing, avoiding the avoidance region. Okay, so you can see the first pass it is start from the outside, and slowly it will enters, and wherever the profile changes, automatically the cutting method is changes. You see here, you can see that how it is look like in the isometric. So we'll simulate and see. So we'll run it. Speed we can reduce it little. So the first cut it is just it is passing it, then slowly it enters. So here in always the chip thickness is always uniform. So the load on the cutter is always uniform. Okay. So the load on the cutter is always minimum in this. So the advantage is you are using high spindle speed and feed rate, and when there is heavy load on the cutter, automatically spindle speed and feed rate changes. These are the cares it is taken care by this particular tool path option. Okay, this is the high speed machining. Okay, now we have made the outer profile. How to use that? How to machine that outer profile we have seen. Now we have so what is the time it has taken? You can see with feed rate whatever we have given. We can check it here. So around 3 minutes. So if you use normal tool path by 1 mm, it will take lot of your time. Okay. So one thing you keep in mind that your machine should have capable to uh, simulate the high speed movements. Okay, then only this tool path you can use it, otherwise you cannot use this tool path. Next we have seen the external machining. So internal pocket also there, that we will go and machine it. Again high speed dynamic mill. So I will make it inside machining. I will select. So I mean the tool has to cut inside this boundary. You can see that other options it is. So there is no avoidance region, no air region. So you can check the preview the chain. So now a tool you can select, same tool you can take it. Here there is no need for first pass entry, and entry also not. So the first pass is not required here. So this is the entry point. Now it is not. We can enter from the top center here. This first pass and other thing not required now. Step over I am not changing. Stock also I am not changing. Depth of put also I am not changing. Linking parameter I will change it to minus 25. Coolant I switch on. So now you can see that just there is a bottom lift we have seen. No? This is the bottom lift. You can see that the first tool path will show you the bottom lift too much, because here the metal cutting is very less. So these are the bottom lift, means for the chip breaking lift. So some angular lift is there now. So these are the angular lift. So this will break the chip. Okay. So that will not allow the continuous chipping. Okay. So we have given around a 0.25, a small amount of lift. Okay. Uh, Still more some options are there. So in this single tool path, you can do contouring and pocketing. All the things you can do in this. Uh, in, Even you can show avoidance region, air region, and separate tool path is not that. Everything included in this a single tool path. So, there is a option also available. There is a air region, uh, but here we cannot show this here in this example. So now we'll simulate entire job and we'll close this. Okay, now this is simulated. So the total time for machining is around 5 minutes 16 seconds it was. Okay, you can save this. Save. So now one more example we'll see to understand this air region, because we cut from inside, cut from outside, we have seen. So here we'll do the solid chaining and the air region machining. Okay, toolbar. Uh, okay, so two things we'll see: containment region and the uh, cutting air region. Okay, so I'll select the solid chain here. Okay, so it takes automatically. You can see solid chain I have taken. In the solid means if the selection is very easy here. So now air region means so here is the air region. So the tool can enter from the outside. Okay. I want to select only edge. Okay, this is the air region, and this I can select the complete air region here. Okay, so by doing this, what is happening is the tool enter from the air region directly. Here I am not changing, stock is 0. Uh, at 10, 15, 20% I will take it. So in linking parameter I will say absolute depth, I will select it here, and top of stock, okay, I will select at the top of stock. So we just go switch on the coolant now. Okay, so now it's calculating, you can see. So this is the advantage. So if you show the open region, automatically it will enter from outside. Okay, and wherever there is a open space, automatically it makes helical entry and entering. See here, this is the advantage of showing air region in the selection. Suppose in the chain, if you have made anything wrong means you can change it here. So you can modify it from there also. I will select only one edge. Okay, okay. So only one that. So if you miss it something also, you can come to the tool path and you can modify. You are free to change the things. So how you are explaining, based on that it will make the things. So this is the air region. Uh, we have seen from inside, from outside option we have already seen. So open chains means you can select the open chains. By open chain means if wherever there is open, it will enter from that side. You can make your containment region also. You can use it. So we'll make one small containment boundary. So I want to machine only this area. Example. Okay. So we'll modify the add the containment boundary only. I'll select the outer chain because containment I put it in the rectangle only. So the tool has to work from inside this region. Okay. So you can see that this is the containment region. So only that portion it is going to machine it. Chain whatever you select, even entire job also you can select. But if you put the containment boundary, the tool will machine only inside that region. Okay, this is the. You can see that this is the high speed machining strategy for the containment. Here only one strategy. You can do contouring, you can do pocketing, you can do island facing, open pocketing. Uh, so all these things you can do by using a single tool path. Okay. So this is all about the high speed machining. This about the chain selection. Mm, only the outer boundary I need to machine. How you can do tool path, high speed machining, dynamic. I need to machine is machining region. I'll select the outside boundary. Avoidance region. Next region is the avoidance region. Okay. So I selected the bottom chain so that because by selecting top side is difficult. That's the reason. So I just selected from the bottom. So you can preview it. It shows everything, whether it selected the avoidance region or not. I have made wrong. So I have selected wrongly. Okay, I will do it again. Chain outer one is a machining region. So avoidance region. So I should have selected the solid chain, the outer one. Okay. Okay. Now you can see. So you can take the tool, appropriate tool and other thing. I am not changing anything. Just my interest is to understand the selection method. Okay. So depth you can select. Top to bottom I selected. So just regenerate. So it will machine the entire outer boundary very nicely. Yeah, this is a single example. If you take and do machining, you can learn all the options, even roughing, open pocket machining, facing, pocketing, all the things you can do by using this particular example. Okay, so this is all about the high speed machining, high speed dynamic machining. Okay, uh, so dynamic mill is important than compared to other tool paths. Okay, thank you.